So emotional, like, just even thinking about it, I get a little bit emotional, so we'll see how this goes,
We'll see
but,
how this goes. I might
I have
start
to read
crying
you
too.
my life.
3, 2, 1.
One. Not on the
Woo!
one. Like I said, I was a cheerleader. I should be able to clap when we do this intro. Maybe by the end of a door, I will get it, right?
She'll get it. She'll get there.
It's endearing.
Smashing Pumpkins! Top 50 songs of all time series. But guess what? This is not on my top 50 series. But
It's
this
on
is.
mine.
I have a great co-host today, the original Asherella, also on YouTube. This is
Yes.
her favorite song.
It is. This is my number one favorite song of all time. Smashing Pumpkins or otherwise.
At one point in my life, this probably was number one. I have a lot of memories, emotions tied to this song.
It's just like an unrealized love, a love that can't happen because of circumstance. There's like a Romeo and Juliet quality kind of to this song.
And I steal a kiss from a sleeping shadows, 'cause I'll always miss her wherever she goes, and I'll always need her more than she could ever need. I need someone to ease my mind, but sometimes the someone is so hard to find, and I'll do anything to keep her here tonight, and I'll say anything to make her feel right, and I'll do anything to keep her here tonight.
And I would always need her more than she could ever need me. And then I also think like, oh my God, has anybody ever felt like that about me? It's like, the object of like the narrator's affection, Billy's affection in this song. It's like to be that person and have so much emotion and just to inspire so much desire and yearning and emotion is like an overwhelming feeling,
It was deeply overwhelming to me
Yeah.
at times in my life.
Could ever need. I need someone to ease my mind, but sometimes the someone is so hard to find, and I'll do anything to keep her here tonight, and I'll say anything to make her feel right, and I'll do anything to keep her here tonight, 'cause I want you to stay with me. I need you tonight.
My favorite line in the song is she comes to me like an angel out of time as I play the part of a saint on my knees.
Yeah. It's
Like, Like, I can't think, like, no other lyric has ever, like, makes me more emotional so consistently throughout my life. I don't know. I want to be the angel at a time, I guess. But it's just so good, you know? Like, it's just so good, and it's like we have all just felt so emotionally desperate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And like, that's the song, you know?
She comes to me like an angel out of time. As I play the violin of a saint on my knees. There are some things I'll live without, but I want you to know that I need you right now. Suffer my desire, suffer my desire, suffer my desire.
It feels I don't even have words for sometimes. Suffer my desire. Like,
Powerful.
oh my, you know,
Powerful.
like, oh my God. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Right? Sorry. But,
Yeah.
like, yeah, like, we have all felt that desperation before, I think. Most people.
Yeah.
Even if just, like, briefly, you know?
She comes to me like an angel out of time. As I play that part of a saint on my knees. There are some things I live without, but I want you to know that I need you right now. Suffer my desire, suffer my desire, suffer my desire for you. Suffer my desire, suffer my desire, suffer my desire for
I just,
beautiful.
like,
That's beautiful.
I love the song so much, and that performance is so great.
Those lines are so powerful.
They are.
Yeah, it's hard to follow you up. It's hard to say things after
You know,
you talk
Billy's a
about
good
it.
Catholic boy, right? Or, you know,
Yeah.
grew up with a Catholic influence. Not really a religious person, but I love a lot of the Catholic imagery and symbolism that we get throughout the Pumpkins catalog. Religion's very powerful, you know what I mean? And it can be very emotional, and I think that's one of the things that adds that, like, extra layer of depth and, you know, feels to the song, and there's a little bit of magic in there too.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There's a little bit of mysticism in
yeah.
there. Melancholy is full of that kind of imagery in the artwork and in the
You're
lyrics.
saying dreamy, yeah.
Yeah, there's a dream-like quality to it, and Corgan being really interested in that kind of stuff, regardless of where it comes from, either, you know, the religion that he was brought up in, or the stuff he got into later with, like, the tarot and all that stuff. That's how his mind works. It's not just about the person. It's all the other context. It's the universal context. It's all the artwork context. When he's talking about love, he's not just talking about the love that he's feeling. He's talking about every poet and songwriter has ever sang about love is in the room with him in that moment. You know?
I couldn't agree more.
And religion and literature, and he has to throw that in because that's what he sees. The final thing I wanted to say about this is that Corgan was raised without love. I just love him so much for being the unloved, abused child. who chose to be a radiant being of hope to the world by believing in the dream and saying about it, while also not shying away from the darkness.
Yeah.
You know, chose to believe in it when it was not even, he has no concept of what that feels like. He's got no models for it in his real life. And sometimes it's really painful for people, because if you don't really have a great grasp on what that really looks like in real life, you can go down a lot of paths where you think the dream's gonna happen for you, and it doesn't. And that pain's in this song too, I think. And look how long it took Corgan to find the real love, happiness that he was looking for. He didn't get it till his kids were born. And it's that yearning, the suffer my desire. All the nihilism on the first disc is right in that lyric. It's kind of that thing, you don't know what I've been through to even believe this dream could happen.
Billy being raised the way he was, and like you said, not really give up on the idea, the thought, the concept of love, but then create all of these pieces of art that are vessels for us to express love.
Yeah.
There is a lot of darkness in a lot of Smashing Pumpkins work, but even when we get into some of the darkest places with the Pumpkins, it's never without hope. I think that's especially true, and we'll talk about that when we get into Adore, because
that's where I was going with this. Yes.
Yeah.
The reason I asked Asherella to come on and talk about this, not only is because I found her video on it so powerful, and her feelings behind the song so powerful, but also this song is a great additional bridge to Adore, because Adore's largely about loss, including his divorce that he went through and losing that My Blue Heaven dream that he thought he was going to have.
Yeah, this song is sort of the emotional bridge, and and the end is the beginning is the end is more of the musical bridge.
Any final thoughts on this song?
No, other than I love In the Arms of Sleep. It is my #1 favorite song of all time.
Yes.
It is a fantastic song. Thanks for letting me talk about it again.
Please, everyone, check out her channel, check out her videos on that. I'm telling you, I'm just getting in the way of her great tribute to that song. I'm Justin. That's the original Asherella. Pumpkins forever. Thank you.
And something has been